So Bad Bunny performed at the Super Bowl to high ratings, probably the highest ratings since 2018. Kendrick did great last year, but Bad Bunny's numbers are even bigger than Kendrick's. The question now is, who got next? And it's like, I don't know. See, the problem with today's TikTok era is that we don't have a lot of people who have an expansive catalog who are just huge artists. Like Gaga did it back in 2017, I think. Bruno's already been there twice, so you can't go back to them. You got Adele, but Adele has a lot more slow songs, so I don't know if that translates well. Beyonce's done it, but some of these people are still mad because she did the Black Panther thing, even though the Black Panthers introduced us to the free lunch program. Shout out to the Black Panthers. But a lot of those artists that came through the 2000s and 2010s, they've already done the Super Bowl. I am shocked that Taylor Swift hasn't done it. You would think over the past few years she would have done it. But I think that's more of protecting the brand. See, for the Swifties and her fans that go see her in a concert, like, oh my gosh, she's amazing. But there's a lot of people who aren't into Taylor Swift. And maybe the fear is if she performs at the Super Bowl, people might say, so she's the one y'all been talking about? And again, I'm not saying she's not a bad artist, but I think she's been hyped for so long, people who never seen her might go say like, she okay. So it's easier to protect the brand than expose your brand to people who might not like you. So, but I think Taylor might do it one day, but we'll see. But there's not a lot of acts from the rock side. See, the thing about rock music, there hasn't been a lot of great rock acts over the past 10 years or so. You got Imagine Dragons, but they've slowed down a lot. I think the Chili Peppers did it a long time ago. Everybody else, like for white dudes, is like, oh, we need rock and rollers. Most of the guys that they want are like 30-year-old plus acts. Metallica, Green Day. Green Day's still great, but they've been around since like 95. Red Hot Chili Peppers. I guess some people say like, what about Post Malone? If this was 4 years ago, I would probably say Post had a shot of doing the Super Bowl. But now since he's country Post and basically turned his nose up to his hip hop and R&B loving audience that embraced them first, you go turn off a bunch of the audience because like, nah, man, like he's country Post. He's not the dude that we liked once upon a time. He turned his back on the pop and the hip hop fans. That's his answer. No. It's like the Coachella audience. I remember when he was at Coachella recently and people were expecting him to do like a mixture, at least country and some of his hip hop stuff. And he countrified his hip hop tracks. And people say, well, what is he doing? So, no. So Country Post is out. People say Jelly Roll. What about Jelly Roll? Jelly Roll is cool, but Jelly Roll really doesn't have a big catalog of music. Maybe you could do like an all white guy tattooed face Super Bowl with Jelly Roll and Post and Teddy Swims. I don't know. But yeah, even Teddy Swims. Teddy Swims is great, but he doesn't have a big catalog. I love Dua Lipa, though. I think Dua Lipa would be great. I'm not the biggest Billie Eilish fan, but Billie Eilish has a pretty good catalog, but she skews younger. It's just you don't have... Bad Bunny is one of the biggest artists in the world. And listen, I don't know Spanish. A lot of people also don't know Spanish. But around the world, he's huge. He's the biggest streaming artist in the world. So it doesn't matter if you and I don't know Spanish. It hits the rest of the world, and that's really important. But overall, I can't think of another person. Like Chris Brown put his hat in the ring. Chris Brown said he said the Super Bowl needs him. And to be honest, Chris Brown would be a fantastic Super Bowl performer. Man, that dude would be flying in the air, man. That Breezy Bowl tour, it grossed like, what, $300 million? It was like one of the biggest tours last year. You had Lady Gaga's Mayhem tour. You had the Cowboy Carter tour. I think Coldplay was at the Sphere. And Chris Brown was in the top 4. Like Chris Brown's Breezy Arena tour, stadium tour was amazing. But unfortunately for him, a lot of people will not get past the Rihanna situation. Even though Rihanna's probably forgiven him. And this decade, he's been okay. Like the 2020s, he's finally matured in a lot of ways. People, if they ever said that Chris Brown would headline a Super Bowl, all the Rihanna stuff will come back up again. So that will never happen, even though he would be a fantastic performer. You got Drake. Drake is still out there. Like Drake should have done a Super Bowl a long time ago. Like he got a chunk load of hits. And I don't know if him and Jay-Z don't have a great relationship or not. And, Jay-Z's close to Rihanna. So I don't know I don't know what the deal is, but Drake should have done a Super Bowl a long time ago, but I don't think Drake's going to do it. It's interesting because when Bad Bunny had Ricky Martin there, and Ricky Martin is a fantastic performer. I mean, I don't think he ever disappoints when he's appealing to a worldwide audience. But the NFL should have had Ricky Martin at his peak. Like back in the 2000s, Ricky Martin should have headlined a Super Bowl. They had the whole decade of the 2000s to have Ricky Martin. Even if we go to 2010, they had a chance to have Ricky Martin. But at this point, they missed the boat on that. So it's hard. Like it's hard because a lot of artists today don't have a deep catalog, and you're never gonna get anybody that everybody likes. Like even if you take someone like Morgan Wallen, right? Morgan Wallen is the biggest country artist in the world. But if you ask somebody, name me 5 Morgan Wallen songs, just casual fans, they can't do it. And plus, Morgan Wallen got his own controversial past. And the thing about country, and this is why I think the NFL never have country acts. You can put Morgan Wallen and Blake Shelton and Miranda Lambert all on the stage together. Jason Aldean, they could have them all on the stage together and perform. It's still, that audience retention will not come close to Bad Bunny's. It just, country is bigger than it as it's ever been, but it's not as popular as what Bad Bunny does. I'm sorry. Country's great. They have the audience. But man, you talk about losing a chunk of the audience. If you have an all country Super Bowl, it will do well, but I don't think it's going to reach the numbers that Bad Bunny or even Kendrick reached, even though it probably would do well. But most fans, just like people say, I don't know Bad Bunny songs, a lot of people probably don't know a lot of Blake Shelton songs. So it's hard. It's hard. Trying to find someone moving forward to do a solo Super Bowl halftime is getting harder and harder because we don't have a Michael Jackson or a Prince or a Madonna or a U2 or a Bruno or a Gaga or a Beyonce. Like, those artists are becoming fewer and fewer. And I don't know what they're going to do. I think they'll probably start packaging acts together. So even though I was joking about Jelly Roll and Post Malone and Teddy Swims, you might start seeing like combination of artists that says like, okay, well, they have a nice catalog and they have a nice catalog and they have a nice catalog. Let's put them together. Because as far as the solo acts, Bad Bunny might be the beginning of the end where one major artist can dominate a Super Bowl by themselves. And that says a lot about the state of music today.